Welcome back to Rye Field Studios, everybody. Your boys Ben and Shane here.
We're on the Podcouch, and we got the Vibrant here today. What's up, fellas?
Hello.
What's up?
How's it going?
We're gonna start today's show off with a shot. The wife made us some lime green stuff.
Yeah, some green stuff.
Cheers,
boys.
boys.
Thanks for having us.
Clanky, clanky.
Guess I gotta do that because you guys did.
Oh, that's tasty.
Oh, man.
I like that one.
I don't even know what that was.
Wow.
Yep.
That is good.
Really? That's
What was that?
Vodka, orange juice, and melon liqueur.
Brilliant.
Vodka, orange juice, and melon liqueur.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, it finishes off with the melon.
I like
It's
this
real
drink.
nice.
Another.
Break the clock.
That's awesome.
Composed.
So what's up, boys? Should we introduce you? We got Ian here on guitar.
How's it going? How's it going?
We got Derek on vocals, guitar.
Hello.
Kyle on bass. And we got fucking Mike on drums over there. What's
The
up?
Vibrant.
We are the Vibrant.
We're vibing.
I'll tell you,
Vibing
man.
for sure. We
This
are.
fucking studio was vibing with that set.
Thank you.
If you haven't seen that, check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
right on.
That was a
Yeah.
great set. Really
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, we were actually really anticipating coming back here.
Yeah.
We've done a couple performances here, and we've been here a couple times, so it was
Yeah.
really nice to actually sit down and
Yeah, man.
kind of get
Dial it in.
Yeah, dial it in,
Yeah.
get all the levels nice.
Tell you guys we're working on your shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds amazing here as always.
Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
Last time you guys were here, it was kind of like impromptu.
It was a
just-
party scene.
Yeah.
It was a party. Let's just film it and go, and it turned out great. But this
It was
is
a good
awesome.
time.
That was the test for the whole fucking
The whole
idea of the
jam,
show.
the
The whole
right?
format,
You
man.
guys kinda-
I think we came as like it was like, oh yeah, we'll go play an open mic there. And then we show up and there's like 60 people here. And a bunch of cameras and we're like, hey.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let's
Perfect.
do it up.
Perfect,
Yeah,
though,
awesome.
yeah.
Thanks so much for doing
I wasn't
that,
sure
man.
if it was going to turn out like that, but I think I gave you like a little bit of a heads up.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, that was awesome.
I was
It
like,
was-
would you care if there was cameras?
Yeah.
It was the beginning of what you guys made a great thing.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thanks for coming in and doing that, man. Like, that was awesome. Such
Yeah.
a good night, too. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
And all the other bands too, yeah. For anyone who's watching and hasn't checked out any of the other performances here at Rye Field, shout out to especially All That Is Unholy.
Thanks, man.
You guys nailed it.
Yeah, no, we've had a lot of great bands on, man. And,
Yeah, it
you're
seems-
another one for sure.
Nice.
I was just going to say, it seems like every band we've had on has been amazing, and you guys came back and just killed it.
Right on.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Right
man.
on.
For some new songs, some fresh stuff.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Sweet.
think?
Yeah.
Loved it.
They were killer, man.
Vibey, funky.
Really
Yeah.
vibey, yeah.
Summery.
Yeah, they're really summery. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It's the only thing that's getting us through these cold, long
No shit, man.
honestly.
The longing for summer.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
Shoulder
been
dance.
an
Yeah.
exception.
He's got it.
Yeah,
He's got it in his bones now.
That's there.
Looking right. Well, what do you guys get into, like an origin story or something? How'd you get up to being on the couch here, man?
Yeah, for sure. How we started.
Yeah.
It was probably with
Oh,
Ian
Lord.
and Derek.
Well, I met Ian years ago
Take it away, man.
through my friend Amanda and his girlfriend of several years now. So yeah, I had a garage, and we all used to just kind of get together in the garage
Yeah,
and
man.
Get blitzed.
smoke mess of doobies.
Yeah, dude.
We smoked a lot of mesa doobies.
Yeah.
And well, Ian is from California, so he brought like a totally different kind of style of vibe
Right.
that a lot of us had like really ever heard in
Yeah.
southwestern Ontario. Yeah, man, we just kind of hit it off, and ever since then we've been playing like a lot of acoustic gigs together.
Right.
Started off in a stairwell.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
actually,
Shit, I remember that.
Yeah.
and you
Right,
can look
dude.
us up on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you just look up Derek Reno or Ian Wills, there's a Sam Smith cover. Yeah, and it's in the stairwell.
That was the apartment stairwell is where it started. And then it started branching off of that, and then we
Yeah,
started
man.
playing at the beach.
Yeah.
and-
That natural reverb. eh?
Yeah. Then we got
exactly.
yelled at for it.
Yeah, there was definitely several times people stuck their head down into the stairwell and was like, "Hey, who
What are you
is
doing
that?
up there?
What's that?"
Fuck those people.
Ian went out to Edmonton just to kind of
Just work and do whatever.
get ahead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, then these guys started jamming still, or kept jamming, I guess.
Not me.
Kyle. Yeah, not Klassen. Klassen's a
I come in
separate
later
story.
in the
Not
story.
yet, not yet. We'll get to that point.
So
Yeah.
I guess what happened was you guys had a band. It was called, ironically, Palms and
Palms and Pines.
Pines.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, kind
Palms and Pines.
Palms
kinda
and Pines.
Cali and Northern
Yeah,
Ontario.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A
Right.
reference, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And we used to hang, and I remember you guys saying like be a third guitar player or something, and then I ended up picking up bass in an antique shop.
Right.
And then when Shane tuned up and
You don't remember that?
when Ian went out to Edmonton, he was working out there, and Reno and I started,
Jamming, doing
our thing.
Yeah.
And I think you guys called me up, needed a bass player, so
That's
I
right.
played a gig.
Yeah.
And after that, we were like, man, we want to do this.
Yeah, Kyle bought his, what was it? An Ibanez
It was
Champagne
an Ibanez,
Gold or
it was
something?
an SB300, and I was
Right.
playing on some keyboard amp, but we made it happen, right?
Yeah.
We started a
Have a
band.
bass cab,
We
yeah.
had an electric drum kit that I think you
I
broke.
almost destroyed
So if you play,
$250 Yamaha.
yeah, right. If you play
Sorry about
metal,
that,
don't smash on electric
15 years
kit, it
later.
won't last. So that updated to more better equipment, and then we kept bugging Ian to come back from Edmonton. We're like,
Yeah.
we got this band.
It was always a thing. Like, we knew he was going to come back.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
knew he was an.
I was
member,
practicing
he was
out
an
there, just
official
kind of
member.
waiting for the return.
We were sending him songs, some of Reginald's and stuff, Overload and stuff.
Yeah,
that we
writing
sent to him.
ideas and
And then when he came back, we started a band, and unfortunately that fell through.
we had a good run though, playing lots of shows, writing new
Yeah,
music.
we had a
good
great
time.
run, but
Yeah.
the deal breaker I think was Contagious, and I'm glad we stuck with
Yeah,
that
man.
song. That was a song that was recorded here, and will probably be recorded again here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
We
My
done.
favorite tune.
after
Yeah,
that,
bro.
we were in a search for a drummer, and I remember Ian always saying Mike Klassen. And I remember meeting Mike Klassen about 10 years ago at Maestro's Music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
there's a
studio
studio up there.
above, and
we jammed. We jammed.
We had a nice hard jam, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I
It
was,
was at
just,
least a good introduction for us, like,
Yeah.
to get to
Yeah.
know each other as musicians and see
Oh,
that
yeah.
there was at least some sort of potential if
We
if
were-
we wanted it to have.
Yeah.
some.
I remember that jam specifically, and it was like we were gelling really well, and you guys were looking for a drummer for a specific gig.
Yeah.
And then after the jam, it just 10 years ago, the timing wasn't right.
Yeah.
Wasn't feeling right.
we were all kind of in party mode during that.
Yeah. It was a lot different time.
we were playing with different bands, I think, and then it came time to find a drummer, and Ian said Mike Klassen. And I just remembered him being a great drummer in that studio, and immediately having a connection with Ian, and just kind of like this homey feel.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We were
for
just
real.
gonna jam one day. You were off work, and I'm like, let's get together, and
Well, I didn't
then
even know
Reno
you
was
were
off.
I didn't even know
Yeah.
you were back from like out west yet.
Yeah.
And like I hadn't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
Because me and you jammed like 15 years ago.
back in high school.
Like
yeah.
every year
Yeah.
we make it a point to get a hold of each other
Yeah.
and jam.
You see each other randomly. It's like, hey man, we should jam.
Yeah, like, hey, come to my jam spot. It's in my mom's basement.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, or whatever. But I remember jamming with you and Burge and whatnot.
Yeah.
We always made a point to jam, and then when I seen you at my work and you were just like, hey, we're actually looking for a drummer. I'm just
Nice.
like, you're like, hey, I bought this house in St. Thomas. I'm staying here now.
Yeah.
And you were just like, all right, sweet. So the next day you text me and you're just like, hey, do you mind if I bring the entire band? Just like, hey, do it up. And we jammed, and it was just
The
like,
rest is history.
Yeah.
man.
The
Pieces
rest
of
is
it.
history.
Yeah,
It
just-
was like, there's
just
a guy,
fit in.
you know,
Awesome,
like
man.
for sure.
It's
That's
awesome.
great.
When the pieces all fall together, it's like sweet.
Yeah.
Well, Mike brings
Yeah.
a timing to the band that's like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
he's like,
Mike's
he's like
timing
fucking
is like-
robotic.
In a good way.
Yeah,
In a good
I
way.
describe him as like a drum machine, but in a more natural sense. Like
Right.
he has
Yeah.
flow and
The human
stuff, but like
metronome.
this timing is
yeah.
on.
I noticed
all the
that,
time.
like, sorry to cut you off, but when we were mixing your last set for Contagious, so you start with the boom, 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 choo, 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 and I watched you just kind of like lock onto that, and then you were just right on with
Yeah.
the ride the whole way through.
The
I'm like,
whole
The
way.
I'm like,
delay is the metronome and
Right?
that song. Yeah.
That's yeah, but
Nick.
like
Yeah.
right on it, dude. That
No,
pocket-
honestly.
I
the
appreciate that.
pocket.
I can't take all the revenue for that.
No
one.
man, Contagious is you.
But the
Well, I was a session drummer for a really long time. I used to play with a lot of people for one gig here, one gig there, and a lot of like older musicians who've been doing it for their whole life, and they were just like, "Hey, you're dragging, and it's just like, oh, please, hey, do this, and we just learn from the experience.
Yeah, Mike, you've been playing around everywhere locally, man. Like that's why I was just like Mike Classic, because like I know we would go GTs, and I'm like, well, shit, Mike's jamming right now.
Yeah,
I knew who he was, and I knew he was seasoned, and I knew he would be an awesome contribute to our band. You know, like he has awesome timing. He's 6 in the pocket. I can always rely on Mike on 1.
All right, guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
so after that, like after we played with our first band and
Good
stuff,
learning experience.
for sure. We gigged a lot. And,
talking about your first
He's in
band,
having nails.
I remember actually, like, you know, me and Ian were always friends for years, and I would see him uploading these videos of him and this random dude who I've never met before. They'd be in this stairwell, and it would be the most, like, it would be the sexiest thing I've ever And I remember thinking, like,
We strive.
I was like sitting in my
That was
bedroom.
our goal.
I remember sitting in my bedroom and hearing these songs and being like, oh man, I wish I could just jam with them guys once. Like, just once or whatever. And then, like,
Yeah.
hey.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh fuck yeah, that's really sweet.
So hard.
yeah.
Blast. Yeah, we've been having.
So honestly,
It's been awesome, man.
It's been really great
Yeah.
since we got the members for our band. We're the Vibrant now. Mike brings a lot to the table because he's a multi-musician. He plays
Right.
guitar as well. He can
Yeah.
just tell us, like, play
It's
this
not just
chord.
being a drummer.
Like
it's
backup
being
vocals and
musicianship,
everything, too.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
Absolutely.
he'll chime in on chord
What up, dude?
progressions.
What's up?
So
How are ya?
Mike will chime in on chord progressions and
You can come
help
chill
us
with
like
that.
in the whole writing process of
Yeah.
the song. Right?
Well, even remember the ending, the shoulder dance. You're just like, what should I do here? What should I do with this riff? Damn.
It's just like
Make
it's,
sure you guys listen to Shoulder Dance.
it's something
to
that
know all
seems
the
so
references.
obvious,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
until you
Shoulders
have that
will be
fourth
dancing.
member.
Yeah.
For sure.
Give him
it's
the
awesome,
shoulders.
man.
I mean, I think a big thing that we made a huge improvement on since we started jamming was vocal abilities and harmony abilities.
I think
Yeah, and it's turning out sweet.
the need
Yeah,
or
man.
the want
Thanks,
to
man.
get better with harmonies. I think all of
Yeah.
us are open and we want to get to that next level constantly.
Yeah.
So I think
For
that
sure.
makes us what we
Yeah.
are.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I've played with a couple bands who are like they're just like bound for harmonies or whatever, and so like when I came with these guys, I was just like, man, Ian, like everyone's got
Yeah.
the potential to do a good job.
Yeah.
Really, like, and I think everyone's got more confident with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've
Yeah.
done some pretty sweet stuff.
I'm excited
sure.
for the next step too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a bunch of new music coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
We played a couple new songs for you guys, Mad Funk and
Yeah,
Holding
man.
On.
Yeah, man.
Mad
And,
Funk.
Shoulder
Mad
dance.
Funk has some mad funk.
Mad
That's what we were afraid of.
And then we got a couple even newer songs that we teased you guys with before the recording
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of works in progress here. And
yeah, we got some on our burners and ready
Yeah.
to come
The truth
out.
is, Ian's been on a mad writing streak.
Oh yeah.
This was happening, and
Absolutely.
he's bringing riff after riff after
Right.
riff in,
Right.
and we're
Sick.
just taking it.
Yeah.
Take the winters
Awesome.
off to focus on music, and yeah, I mean, just being this band has been very inspiring in itself.
Yeah.
So it's been rad.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Every time I see like Ian Wills in my inbox, like check out this new song, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Added
put
It's
on
always
the
an idea.
headphones.
Not
brew
all of them are
coffee.
good. Not all of them are
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You got to read between the lines.
Yeah.
Nah, we work them out. Right?
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
Most of them are good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say that if I know something is not quite there, I guess you gotta send it to these guys, and someone will latch onto it,
Right.
and
Do
expand it.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's this new music is you know,
Right.
it's unique.
And I think that's the beauty of a band, right? Like with Mad Funk, is a bass slap line I sent to these
Yeah.
guys. I had no idea what you'd put to it, right?
Yeah.
And then Reno comes with this lead and this melody, and Ian with the SoCal stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
it's so sick, right?
That's
and
awesome.
Fucking cool.
Like Mike locks us in, and boom, we have a song.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's
I
easy
love
writing.
I love switching from like, you know, we play some pretty hardcore stuff,
Yeah.
pretty heavy stuff, and then as soon as I can just go to like that reggae, like
Yeah, the
just like-
syncopated, yeah.
that- oh yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a good time.
Yeah, I think that's I don't know, something about our band that's like unique is which we have those rock tunes that
Yeah.
are really heavy.
Yeah,
Rock
man.
and
Which you didn't hear on our last, but maybe the first show we did.
Yeah, you did a couple.
You know,
for
we
sure.
had Blessing and a Curse and stuff like
Yeah.
that. We didn't play those dirties that we played for you tonight.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
maybe another time.
yeah, man.
We have these songs, and this is what makes us unique, and we're going to throw whatever we want at you. No,
Yeah,
no
man.
idea is a bad
Whatever
idea.
we
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, really. We'll,
Yeah, we're definitely
We'll take it
genre
all.
hopping, I think, in that regard.
for
Like,
sure, right?
But at the same time, I really appreciate, like, because we all have such high musicianship that we can come to a place and, like,
Yeah,
mold these styles together.
right. Yeah, man.
And make it at least, like, coherent. Sometimes, you know, it
Yeah.
can be stark
It can-
differences. And
Or
might
jumbled.
Be
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
a little bit clashing.
Right.
Yeah,
You know, one of our biggest mantras that I think, especially in the songwriting process, is, like, just keep it simple.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dial it
Yeah.
back a
Like
bit.
hit
Yeah.
it strong and hit it perfect, but just simple. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be crazy.
yeah, exactly.
So when you're talking about like all the different like genre hopping, you can go right into fucking your influences then because
Yeah.
there's so many, right?
There's so many.
It's endless, yo.
I
So
feel-
individually first, individually first, and then as a band.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right, let's start with Ian.
Go for it, Ian. Yeah.
I would say that I'm definitely influenced by reggae music for sure,
Nice.
and that's my favorite genre all the time. I like the alternative reggae.
Yeah.
It's what I vibe the most and
Right.
put on all the time.
Yeah.
And
Throw out some
it-
band names,
it's
man.
like Sticky Fingers, Ocean Alley,
The movement.
The Movement, yeah, like
Young
these
Monks.
Young Monks, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's those bands are huge influences on me, and yeah, man, it's it really helps in the writing process for sure.
Yeah.
And then Reno, I think, is influenced differently, being traditionally a drummer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he
so-
loves metal as a drummer.
Yeah.
I love
Hell yeah.
metal that Ian cannot stand listening to.
I don't
It's
think
on
there's
a different spectrum.
I don't
Right?
think there's been a night out where you're just like, "Hey Google, play some crazy
and
metal."
then I'll leave the
Play
room.
Till the Hellfire by the
Yeah.
Lord Shore.
So some
we
of
still
you
have to put
may
on
know.
We will.
Some metal.
We get
I'm
one,
fine.
man.
Yeah,
every metalhead at least gets one
That's
song
right.
through the night just to please
Fair
satiate it,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, man.
He'll put on the most hardcore one and look at me like,
Just like, don't you just love it? He's turning red in the face and honestly having a hard time looking at it.
It is different, but like some of you may know, Reno's traditionally a drummer.
Yes. So I started drumming and then I played drums in multiple groups beforehand.
What? Name a few groups you used to play.
Oh man,
drums
we're
Oh,
pulling
what,
back to high
8
school.
o'clock curfew.
there it
You won't play any of this all night.
I was trying to sneak it in. This whole time.
Chris Wemp
Yeah, man.
I was
Chris
a band
freaking
fan.
Webb.
Yeah, dude.
I was a band.
was in that band with us.
Yeah, man.
What you saying, Chris?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
it was a
Yeah.
good time, man.
Yeah, fucking right.
It inspired me, man, and honestly, you guys started my music career just watching y'all and you guys with the Elastic Band.
man, I saw you guys.
Oh,
I saw you guys in high school.
I remember, like Shane had a band, Reno had a band, and
Like-
it was an influence to me. So I appreciate it all.
Yeah, yeah, man.
The Elastic.
Oh yeah, man.
How
Those were
fucking
fun
dumb
days,
is that
man.
shit?
I remember beat crops back
Yeah,
in the day.
dude.
Oh man, that's where I first met you.
Yeah?
Crazy.
Playing the beats.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So anyways,
That would've been
my
like-
musical
Yeah. Sorry, dude. I just
We're getting on a tangent now.
Sorry.
Reno as a drummer, his influences would be.
So it's, when it comes like musically, I definitely prefer metal. So like I really like Periphery, Animals as Leaders. I'm a big fan of Protest the Hero.
Yeah.
Who else? Well, recently I've gotten into Lorna Shore. There's another couple bands I can mention. I'll just mention them.
Yeah.
I can and I will.
Yeah, man. Infant Annihilator. I don't know if you've ever heard
Oh
of
yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy. The drummer, what's his name? Aaron something or other. He's really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then vocally, honestly, like 90s alternative. So like going back to like Chris Cornell,
Yeah,
Eddie
oh,
Vedder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Even like Gord Downey, you know,
Yeah.
I'll listen to Dave Grohl. He's an influence as well.
For sure.
Yeah, so that's just like more vocally, and then especially when it comes to music, like my guitar, just because singing and playing drums and doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
David Gilmour is one of my favorite
Right.
soloists.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Pink Floyd, he's amazing.
Yeah, dude.
and then like Stevie Ray Vaughan.
You got the Strat to emulate.
Yeah,
right?
man.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and also John Mayer actually a lot too.
Yeah, dude, he shreds.
Oh, yeah.
He's an amazing
he's-
guitarist.
yeah,
He's
So,
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like pretty much like the top 3 from every genre and every
And
Right on.
like
musical
from one
influence.
end of the spectrum to the other.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and everything in between.
Yeah,
That
they
kind of
even got me
shows
on
who we
reggae.
are.
Yeah, I got Reno into reggae over the past year.
Big time, man.
Yeah.
Like awesome Bob Marley tunes. Yeah, man.
Big time.
Oh, hey, and check out the band Goose. I know this is for us and everything, but like Goose, man.
Yeah, that was a huge influence for me as well.
Huge.
Just
Shoulder
how
dance, I
they
feel
go
like
off
that.
for 17 minutes, just soloing, and
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Fuck.
Very technical stuff.
The harmonies.
Shoulder dance was an influence. We were influenced
Yeah,
by
Arcadia
Goose
by
for that
Goose.
one. And
Right.
We'll play that one later.
yeah,
tonight,
check
too.
that one out.
Yeah, for sure.
What
about you, Kyle?
What about you, Kyle?
Yeah.
Man, again with me all over the place. Man, I'm influenced by 90s rock, by 60s, 50s, Temptations. John Mayer, his bass player for the John Mayer trio was Pino Pavolino. He's an awesome bass player. He plays, it's just like mighty tone, like rolled back, really warm. It sounds awesome. He plays all the right notes.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm
Yeah,
influenced
never
by
overplays, right?
right? It's
Yeah.
just like the right fills in the right time, right? And a lot of times I'm listening to the drums, so I don't know. Metal too influences me.
Cheers.
Polyphia. If y'all listen to
Cheers, just a
Polyphia,
cheers.
I love
Polyphia.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
sick.
I didn't even
It's
mention
sick.
that.
Polyphia,
Progression
Chon,
metal.
like,
We all love
Chon.
Polyphia and Chon as well.
Ian as well as got me into reggae, so I love Ocean Alley. I love Sticky Fingers.
Yeah,
They
Ocean
really
Alley's-
inspire me. They
Yeah.
got great tone, man, and it's what comes down to it.
Yeah.
I'm
The
all
dip.
over
the
the
vibe,
place.
man. It's the vibe.
The dip. I love like that old school tone. Like,
Motown,
I just-
right?
Motown, yeah, I love
Yeah.
that stuff. But I appreciate the progressive metal. Like
Yeah,
I totally
man.
do.
For sure.
The math rock.
Man,
yeah.
slap Marcus Miller. I'm playing a Marcus Miller bass.
No.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. Obviously, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, I was gonna say
was
even
an-
Yeah.
Flea.
yeah,
right?
was an
Yeah.
influence to any bass player, right? I think he
Even
set
to
the
some
level.
by guitar, yeah. like Red Hot
Exactly,
Chili
right?
Peppers,
Like
man.
John
Sure.
Frusciante is an amazing
Yeah.
guitar player. That band is
One of my
awesome.
top 3 for sure.
I'd say moment to moment is like very
Totally
Red
Chili
Hot
Peppers
Yeah,
inspired.
for
Yeah,
sure, for
that
sure.
that one is. I mean, after listening to Mad Chili Peppers for one year set list,
Yeah.
I got really inspired.
Yeah, because we
came up
played
with
Under
that.
the Bridge, we
Yeah.
played Strip My Mind, a couple other songs.
And
by
that's
them.
when I kind of was just like, man, John Frusciante is just fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
he's
Frusciante
crazy.
is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And honestly, with me, it's like so all over the place. Like I listen to everything. I really do.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
really do actually.
when it comes to like writing a song, I find like the genre that's in or like the vibe that's in, and then I try to portray whatever bass line. If I'm playing 2 notes, that's what's needed.
Yeah, man.
I'll play those 2 notes.
Yeah, man, for
But
sure.
if I need to dance around and play some licks or slap,
Yeah, man.
yeah, I'll bring that too.
Lay it down, baby.
So yeah.
Yeah, I love it all. Yeah, but that old school tone,
Yeah,
where you
man.
roll the treble off, that's
Yeah.
my thing. But
Yeah, yeah.
Warm.
Yeah,
Fuzzy. Makes
Buzz.
you feel like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a bass player. Come on.
you can really chill to it. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
dude.
sure.
Yeah.
Mike.
Last but not least.
Yeah, Mike.
I already
Oh.
know what you're gonna say.
Are you sure?
I have a feeling.
Well, I gotta say, my number one influence, who I mean, is the reason why I started playing drums. It's got to be Mike Portnoy from
Oh,
Dream
yeah.
Theater.
Really?
I mean,
Oh.
I,
Man, he
I-
loves them,
I,
yeah.
I sat there before I even played drums. I sat there with my drum teacher. I played guitar at the time, and we would just study his movements and his fills and everything. And that's why I kind of pushed my drum style to kind of progressive, kind of like adding those kind of weird little fills, just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
moment to moment.
Oh yeah,
like-
that's perfect,
like that.
man. It just fits
Yeah.
right in.
And
Yeah.
it's kind of funny that Reno started out as a drummer and I started out as a guitar player,
And then swap.
and then swap.
Yeah, right.
Because you have no idea how many jams we end up swapping,
Oh,
and
yeah,
just like
right?
ripping out
the drunken late night jams, it
Yeah.
always ends up
Dude,
with
yeah.
Mike on guitar, Reno on drums.
Yes, it's
and,
true.
You know,
But
us screaming.
I mean,
into
as
the
I
mic.
as I got,
For sure.
I was really into the Metallica and like the
Yeah.
Iron Maiden and the Dream Theater when I was ripping guitar and whatnot. But as I moved to drums, I was I kind of went into like the whole top 40 thing, and like the Eagles are my favorite band ever.
That's where the harmony
Those
inspiration
harmonies,
comes from.
like that's
I
why
love
I
the
like
harmonies.
studied those harmonies, and I mean like. Yeah, that's pretty much where
once a night we try the drunken
Seven Bridges Road. Yeah, in the hot tub on New Year's.
Yeah, to the point where Ariana's just like, shh, there's neighbors.
That don't ever matter anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure your neighbors don't mind, man. Those
No.
holidays are killer, man.
Oh, thank you.
Right on, bro.
Yeah,
Right on.
Even our drunken hot tub party.
I don't know. I'm not there for those.
I think fucking John Otto would have been like the first drummer that I heard that I was like, God damn it, I want to do that.
Who was that?
John Otto.
Oh yeah,
Who does he play for?
from Limp Bizkit.
Limp
dude.
Bizkit. Oh, yeah. Okay, he does a lot of like Ghost Note suit.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, okay.
He's got
Yeah.
such a
That's
groove,
cool.
eh?
I think like 13, popping up fucking chocolate starfish and the hot dog place.
Oh yeah.
Your mom's like,
and then hearing that shit for the first time as a young kid, like,
It says explicit.
I used to specifically wear like the New York hat, like the same way he did. That's what you seen on TV, right?
yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
When I was like 11 or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, my mom literally, so I went to the hardware store in Newbury,
Yeah, man.
and my stepdad let me buy a Kid Rock CD, the boom with the boom, ticky ticky.
Devil Without a Cause, man.
Yeah, and she literally broke it.
you had this devil music up in here.
And I knew she broke it because I'd broken CDs before, even in my young age. And she was like, I didn't expect them to shatter like that. You gotta watch your eyes with that shit. That's fucking hilarious.
It's crazy what inspires us because as a band, I think we're inspired with anything that comes out, anything that we're listening at a time. Like I gotta say, like Overload is inspired by.
They don't know Overload yet.
Well, that was.
We played that on the first.
We played that on the first one, so if you haven't checked that out, go back to the first episode of Live at the Whiskey
Second
Pit.
song.
Yeah.
Yes.
Second
second
song of the
song.
first set.
And okay.
Which was inspired by Highly Suspect. That's a song we're listening to a lot. We're listening to them a lot.
Yeah.
And man, that song's got to be almost...
Vanity, right? That's
man, one of their best
Cover
songs.
that one. That's good.
And
Yeah.
Overload for us is probably
we did
almost
that
pushing
song.
about
That
10
song's
years
just-
old.
I wouldn't say
that's
that.
a
Is it?
classic.
7, I don't know.
Well, when did we do that gig?
It's our first song I think we ever wrote.
Same
With
time.
you and I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Because I
you guys
remember
sent
you
that to
playing
me
drums.
when I was there.
Just for
our very
like,
first
a
song we
night.
ever wrote.
Right?
Yeah.
I remember Shane playing drums
Let's
to
start
Overload.
practicing more.
And actually, Ben has played guitar to Overload. So the two of you have played to one of our tracks.
Oh, way back.
Separately.
when we were jamming.
So-
All right, Ian, me and you were out.
So Overload being one of our first songs that we've ever written goes
Maybe
way
we should
back.
do like a hybrid jam later of Overload.
Oh shit!
A hyper jam?
Maybe
A hybrid.
Oh, I thought you said hyper jam. So
Hyper.
Yeah.
Man, get the Jägermeister and the Red Bull. Let's fucking do a hyper jam.
Yeah.
I want a hyper jam. Can you
Me
imagine
too.
that?
Actually, now I kind of want to do that.
Yeah, hyper jam would be pretty crazy.
So yeah, all of our songs kind of like from Overload being like more rock, and then we go into like the Battle, which is like metal-ish,
Yeah.
Redbirds and Rain,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
we got
man.
songs like Keep Me Close.
Yeah.
So we're influenced by everything.
Yeah.
Everything will influence us. If someone comes up with an idea,
Yeah.
we're all gonna
You just branch
expand.
off it, right? It's
Can
like,
I ask all y'all something as a group?
Yeah. Oh my
like me, all y'all, or him, all y'all?
I felt like we were so open as a group already.
The four of
There's
us.
nothing left to ask.
The four of us. I want to know, what is your guys' favorite song to play of ours?
Oh, that's.
Or like us, like me?
Yeah, like all of us. Yeah, like
Us like me?
I'll go first because it's
and
easy.
that guy.
Yeah.
As a bass player, any bass player can relate. Slap. It's like you'll jump
That's
theory
fair.
to
That's
just
fair.
slap your guitar. So
Mad Funk,
Mad
yeah.
Funk is
Mad
mine.
Funk,
Right?
yeah,
I'm
for
slapping.
sure.
Yeah, dude.
That's the song.
I think Mad Funk is definitely one of our best sounding songs right now. I think it would reach a demographic, and I think it's like,
It was
Yeah,
just
it'll-
so
it'll-
easy to write,
Yeah.
too. Like,
oh, it just came. Yeah. Giggity. And it just,
if you didn't say it, he was gonna say it.
I was about to.
yeah, it just, it totally, it just,
Dude, if
everything
none of you
felt-
said something, I was gonna.
yeah, just totally fell into place. My favorite song to play though, honestly, is probably Contagious.
Yeah.
I fucking
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
for
for
sure.
sure.
Contagious.
Yeah.
Contagious got Floyd vibes to me.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
where I pull the David Gilmour in that solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's way better than what I sound like, trust me.
If you guys like Contagious, throw it in the comments. That's one of our songs that we'll probably send out there
I would
for
say
y'all.
the one that's most liked. Let us know.
Yeah, honestly, let us know which one you guys like the best, man.
I know personally a
Or
lot
even
of people,
top 3, and then we can like bring them out to you guys on Spotify. Everyone can check them out all the time.
Hell yeah.
I know personally a lot of people have reached out to me and saying we love Contagious. So if y'all like Contagious, give it a like.
It is a contagious song.
Yeah.
That's the point, man.
Bazinga.
Right on.
Yeah, I'd say right now, Holding On is probably one of my favorite ones.
Nice.
I'm
It's a fresh.
I get really into it's a freshie, and that's why.
Yeah,
But Moment to Moment, it's always a fun one to play. I love the opening
That's
riff,
true,
and
yeah.
it's just I can get really into it. But
So moment
man, I
to
love
moment.
playing all our songs.
Yeah,
so.
man. Yeah.
That's my
Moment
favorite
to
songs
moment
play.
was written differently, and then just last like 3 weeks or something.
Oh, wait, the
Like-
origins of Moment to Moment.
Yeah, it was honestly, it's just about like, like living in the music and letting yourself fall into it and not allowing anyone to.
We wrote
Take
that
away from
after
that.
our last band kind of fell apart.
Right.
So it was really much inspired by, just like everyone kind of
By me.
by finding classes.
Yeah.
So that one went from like more of a rock song, and we changed it into a reggae song, kind of.
Right.
We had a couple versions, and we just we blended them together, and it seemed so obvious after
Right.
that. So
Right.
How's everybody doing?
Welcome back.
still very good.
Nice little break.
We're back
We came back from a little break here.
We tuned up a bit.
in tune.
We got some socks happening today.
Yes. So this is like a theme
Yeah.
kind of thing now that we're gonna do. So
Rick and Morty. We got cheeseburger and we got crab socks.
Hey,
Crab socks,
it's kitties with
cheeseburgers.
cheeseburgers.
Oh, sorry, dude. I didn't. Oh, Kitty's in the universe.
we got Red Lobster. We got Burger King, Burger
Cat,
Cat.
Black
we got
Gray,
Kyle.
finishing with a strong, solid
Yeah.
black.
I'm just
Fuck.
rocking a slip.
Everyone's talking about socks.
I was
Every
gonna say
episode.
riveting conversation.
These guys wore some funky socks because we had started talking about
Yeah, man.
I think socks are important.
They are, man. They're like.
Can I just be
Let's
frank
break
with you for a
down the
second?
importance of songs.
Yeah.
Let's get
One,
into it,
they're
guys.
on your feet.
The next 2 hours of this podcast.
Okay.
So yesterday we had Entropy 519 here last
Yeah,
night,
man.
jamming, right?
Yeah.
Check them out.
They go to leave. Oliver, their lead musician, was like, "Yo,
Oh! I know exactly who you're talking about. Go
yeah."
on.
He's
on.
like, "Yo, that band you had on the first band, the Vibrant." He's like, "I think I know that fucking drummer, dude."
Oh, yeah.
And he's like,
Ollie.
Yeah, man.
He's a good guy.
He is. He is.
Nice.
Yeah,
Let's go.
He's like,
Do you
I
just know
wish
everyone
I.
classic?
He's like, I threw up all over myself the one night I was jamming with those guys, and they gave me a shirt. He's like, I should have fucking brought it back.
He's talking about years ago. Like,
Right.
I mean, like I didn't even think he was of age when we were playing in bars and whatnot. Because
Oh, he wasn't.
I was playing with a band called NLSD. I was the drummer, and we were a 3-piece. And this little guy comes out, and he's just ripping it.
He's a little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just ripping it in this 4-piece band. And yeah, like they were awesome. And we ended up playing shows for a couple of years later. But yeah, that's hilarious because he messaged me and he was just like, "Hey, you guys are going to Rye Field? Yeah, man, so are we." And
That's awesome.
and
The
I was
word
just
is
like, "Wait a
spreading. The
Yeah,
word is
man.
spreading.
Sweet.
yeah,
Hell
and,
yeah, dude.
and at first I'm just like, well, what week are you going? He's just like, the same week. And I was like, no. Because
yeah.
we're going that week.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's an awesome musician. He's been in a bunch of bands with my buddies and whatnot.
Yeah, we were talking to him last night. He plays guitar.
Yeah, man.
I think we might have one of their other bands out, eh?
Yeah, they were
Or
saying.
no, well, one of his other bands, but
They each
it
all
seemed
have
like everybody in their band had a different project that.
that they want to bring
Oh,
in. now,
yeah.
too.
They're
man,
they're
it's
just
young
totally
and they
awesome.
got
Busy.
everything.
Yeah,
busy
yeah,
guys for sure.
Fucking
Cool.
right. Fucking
That's it. Just shows like small world, right? We got
Yeah,
a
man.
community.
The
here.
Musicians
Yeah,
Network.
that's exactly
The
it.
Musicians Network is
Yeah.
strong in Southwestern Ontario.
You guys
yeah,
are bringing
man.
it together, so
Yeah,
trying.
this is like the focal point right
I
now.
don't know,
Wow.
man. We're trying.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
for
awesome,
sure.
man.
Fucking A, man. Thanks. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Do you guys want to talk about your set a little bit? I remember before we got on the couch here, we were talking about like the song meanings for like the gecko and stuff. You got some cool stories about.
Cool.
You want to start with shoulder dance?
Go down the list, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I'll
Go for it, man.
All right. Well, Ian sent off, obviously, whoever listened to the song, this amazing lick, really, really awesome. And then the next time I jam with all of us, like both Kyle and Ian know it. Like, so Kyle, who is like super motivated and committed, just hunkers down, learns it within a couple days, and then we jam out together. And they both know it, and so then I'm left in a pressure position.
And then class.
I think we've all been there.
I jammed it,
and then
we
were
Reno
rocking
shows up
it
and he's
one
like,
jam.
"What the fuck do I do?"
I don't know what I'm
played
doing.
it.
I'm literally just standing there.
we
like,
started playing it, and then Reno came in from outside, and it was kind of like a what the fuck's happening?
Yeah.
kind of
That's
moment.
awesome.
Yeah, it's just shoulder dance is just like a very complex musical song.
Yeah.
Ian sent it to me on an email, and I was just like, whoa.
My inspiration for that was Goose for sure. We
And at
started
the-
listeing to a lot of
The
Goose.
band
and-
Goose, the
Yeah, the
band
band
Goose.
Goose.
Yeah.
Sorry, not a
Not an
Goose.
actual goose.
Possibly, I don't know. Maybe they do some crazy shit, but
So-
the band Goose.
Fuck those Canadian Cobra chickens.
Cobra chicken.
Yeah, they're so aggressive.
Now we're talking.
Sorry, Ian, back to you.
No.
So yeah, Ian sent me this song on. He just sent it over email, and I checked it out, and then it was just a lot. I was like, "Well, man, what am I gonna play?" So I just octave him and lined up, and we got real tight. And then like Reno was like, "What the hell are you guys playing?"
As soon as I heard like the three of them start to play it together, I was like pretty much blown away. And then Ian's like, you get it, man.
You know what the-
It's like, I don't know, this is pretty freaking next level.
The thing about that tune I really enjoyed was, like I said, about like influences stuff and like progressive stuff. Like that's why I came up with like the dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and then
'Cause-
like that's something you bring that was unique to it.
and like as soon as I heard that riff, I'm just like, okay, this is gonna take me a bit,
yeah.
but I will make something super sweet to this.
I said if you learn it right away, then I don't want to play this song.
Yeah.
I want it to take practice.
Right.
And I
Right.
think every musician kind of has that mindset.
Yeah.
It's just like you want to make something complicated and like different.
Yeah.
So
You don't want to just phone it in.
And it
But-
did.
no,
It
I'm just
did.
like, oh, that's easy.
It
Come on.
totally did develop too, like as we played it more. It's like, oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do this. And like, oh, I'll play a harmony guitar part
Add
through
the
this.
wah
And then,
to it.
even my melody will be harmonized with the guitar. And like,
Yeah.
It really challenges us as musicians for that song, and the name came from Ian just playing for us, and
Had the shoulders going
Had
with
the
the wah. I tone it down now because I'm like, ah, shit.
the wall's going, the shoulders are going.
you know,
and it's
we
one
should
of those
put that
times.
in it. In like definitely the music videos, everyone.
Just everyone walking around.
Oh, that's what's
shouldering
gonna be.
around.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be.
Daily life, listen to the song, shouldering around.
And everyone knows in a band when you write a song, you're like, "What are we gonna call this?"
Yeah.
and it's the first funniest thing you can think
that
of.
was temporary.
And
that
that
was
was
temporary.
Ian's
That's just a
Shoulders.
that was just a working, title.
And then it's just like, okay, it's got to be shoulder dance because we only call it shoulder dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was one of those like the song names that was just like, why even change it? You
Yeah.
know?
And
It is the shoulder.
yeah.
dance.
It's still a song that every time we play at rehearsal, we all are like, "Whoa, that was awesome!"
It's like a cool song, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's something that
It's fun to play.
Yeah, going on to like holding on,
Yeah.
definitely the same process, just a different vibe. And Mad Funk was like super sweet. Kyle sent that.
The
slap.
bass
Yeah, I
line,
guess
bass
like
line, yeah.
holding on is
Dude,
only
as soon
like
as we all heard that freaking bass line, that
Mad
was
Funk,
next
yeah.
level.
Yeah.
thank y'all. But holding on was like maybe a month old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got like 3 weeks, 4 weeks on that song before we played it here.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's fresh out the oven.
Nice.
So is like that was an original Ian riff, and then we expanded on that.
Yeah,
It's a
the
great
melody
song,
just
great
came
song.
it came together in a way that I was totally not expecting because you write something, you have something in mind,
Yeah.
but when you get that like different mindset to it, it just totally changes it to something that's awesome. And that's what Reno did with the melody too.
Right.
And honestly, I love
I
Holding
slowed
On.
it
It's
down
like,
after that because I was just like, man, like this, like the vibe of it is just way better than I anticipated.
yeah, it's
It
such a
really
like
changes, too.
chill vibe. Holding On, and just
I had
you
it
can-
funky at first, and then he had this melody. He wasn't even singing words. He just kind of
I
like
always just like
hummed and hawed it, and I was just like, dude, that was sick.
Yeah.
So in writing process, everyone always asks what comes first, like the lyrics
Yeah.
or the chord
different,
progression.
It always changes.
And it
You
always-
guys know it always
Yeah.
changes. Yeah.
So with us, it always changes. Like you mentioned the gecko, I'm pretty sure that came from a poem. So
Right.
that was initially written as a poem that was just lyrics.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
and we expanded on that
Nice.
with a chord progression, but then there's songs that come for chord progressions, and we play the song, and Reno does like his melody, and he's not really singing words, and then he'll put words to those later. So
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
majority of our songs are written like that. Like
Yeah.
first the chord progressions come, and then the melody comes. But there are those rare cases where
Yeah.
the melody comes first.
Yeah, man.
So from Holding On, we go to Mad Funk. That was a song I wrote, and I remember Ian saying, "That's mad funky."
Again, working title, that kind of
So
hey,
Mad
man,
Funk
it's
stuff.
right?
Yeah,
And that's the
It's
song.
the initial feeling,
Yeah,
right?
man.
And then
Perfect.
I think that's like the most genuine part, right? So,
Yeah, man. Yeah. Fucking right.
Hey, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after Mad Funk was Moment to Moment, and we said earlier that that song was originally a rock song, and we turned
Yeah,
it to
yeah.
reggae. After that song is Keep Me Close, and that's just like that Temptations,
Yeah,
right?
man.
That,
Reno.
Yeah.
Like talk about that, man.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
Reno.
killer
So
too.
Reno comes at us sometimes with some songs, and they're fully written, and it's just like, okay, we'll do our part because Reno has this idea, you know, and it's fucking.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say we have some love songs, and
Yeah.
Reno writes the love songs.
And, and sometimes you hear a thing and you're just like, I know exactly what needs to be to this.
Yes.
It doesn't need to be changed. If
You
he
guys
comes
are
up with a
amazing that
solo,
way. Yeah, you guys are really good.
man, honestly, Reno will come up with some stuff sometimes in a chord progression with solos, and it's just like, hey guys,
Man, he'll
I got
play it
this song.
acoustically at first, and it's
Yeah.
like, fuck,
And
man,
it's
that's,
just
that's
like-
the song right
Well,
there. I don't
yeah.
even know if I could put anything to that.
There it is, and then we just try our best to
That was
make
kind of the thing
it
with Keep
sound
Me Close.
amazing.
Yeah.
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 I wrote it acoustically first, and
Right.
honestly, I was just searching up like little jazz chords, and I was like, okay, kind of figured out a little chord progression, and it was like during kind of a darker time in my life where I was like,
Right.
That's the best writing period.
yeah,
It is.
just-
It is. I gotta
Sadly
say, it
enough,
is.
it is. though.
Well, it was.
It's
I
true,
guess
yeah.
it was more of like
A learning
the
time.
rejuvenation part of that. Anyways,
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree.
It's just a song about just literally just like being with someone. It's a
Yeah.
one night stand song.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like just being there in the moment together.
There's a lot of emotion in
Yeah.
it though, and I think that's like what's draws the connection. It's a really good song.
Yeah,
man.
for
Yeah,
sure.
man.
Keep me
Yeah.
close. You need that person for that night. You know,
Yeah.
it really touches a lot of people,
Giggity.
It's all I ask, man.
That's all I ask.
and
Yeah.
it's super mellow, super jazzy. I think we all knew what needed to be put to
Yeah.
that song.
Yeah.
And honestly, I fucking love
Yeah.
it.
This is where Klassen
killer.
comes in hardo because
Yeah.
he never, ever overplays, man. Like,
Yeah.
man, your musicianship honestly is, I think, beyond actually.
Class is like, fuck off!
Yeah, no, Klassen, honestly, you have been a huge part of this band, man.
Yeah,
Because the three of us played, man, we had our other drummer with Warwick, and then it was really nice to have you, join us and just. it was
Yeah,
just
I
amazing.
think Klassen brings this musicianship, and because he plays guitar and stuff like that too, he like
Right.
sometimes he like throws
Just
chords at
understanding,
us.
right?
And like, yeah, sometimes it's like I need to underplay this song because it's what's needed, and
Right,
keep
yeah.
me close. Me personally, with other guitars playing that, or other drummers playing that song, as a bass player, I'm like, I need those bass notes lined up. And
Yeah,
he
man.
knew right away.
Yeah.
Me
You
and
knew
you were
right
just
away.
like,
Yeah.
I think
We gotta line up.
I think
Yeah.
Chris from the band Pines said it best. You got to serve the sound.
Yeah.
You gotta serve the
yeah,
sound, and
yeah.
it's not.
That's brilliant.
That's
yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
standing out because you need to stand out. It's about the overall sound.
Like
you know
you
what I mean?
like you were saying, if it just needs a
yeah,
that's-
two chords.
that's all you
that's
do.
what it needs.
But it's like
You know, like-
perfecting that like those two chords.
Yeah.
Like
Right?
like if you're able to like fucking really hone in on that
And play them perfectly.
and play them perfectly. Is
One
like,
of the
it
greats
adds
say it
so
best,
much,
like,
so.
Rick Ross says, "Don't produce, reduce." Right, and
Yeah, right.
I've taken from that.
Recycle.
If you see our funnel,
That's an inside joke.
Let me say something.
Yeah, please, Mike, explain Ricky.
No, I'm not. No, I was gonna say once me and the guys started jamming together, another way we really like bonded, not only like musically, was Warzone. I gotta put that in because these
We
guys.
play a lot of Call of Duty.
You gotta kill people to really get to know.
Yo, these guys were like, hey, like, you know, you play Call of Duty.
We've been in
I was
trenches
like-
together.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I was just like, oh yeah, you know, I'll play every once in a while. And he was just like, you know it's crossplay, right? And I'm like, oh shit.
players.
And next thing you know, we're playing every night for freaking hours. And all of a sudden, he gets on his dial-up internet every once in a while.
where's Kyle? No, he's lagging back there.
Yeah, I live out in the boonies, but
Me too, dude.
honestly, it's good, man. Like the connection between a band, it matters. Like if you are tight with a member, like Mike
man.
came in and he felt like a homie,
Yeah, man.
and
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah.
Like when you're relaxed,
That's
and I
when
can
you
say,
make
need
music, man.
and I can say, "Hey, Mike, try this," and he can say, "Hey, Kyle, try this."
I think
And
any
no feelings
band
are
would
hurt.
agree that so
Yeah.
like when you become brothers or sisters,
Yeah,
like
100%.
that's when the magic happens.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
like you guys said, it's one sound, right? Like,
Yeah, man.
We don't hang out with anyone else, man. Like,
Yeah. This is it.
Literally, if I have the day off, I'm like, if I have the day off, I'm like, Reno, you coming in the hot tub today? Like,
or like we'll catch you on the Warzone. Like we'll do this jam all weekend. I'm gonna borrow this guy's PS4 for an unrelated story. But yeah, so that tomorrow we can fucking play Warzone together, man.
yeah, we just
Yeah.
hang out.
we don't
I
want
guess I
to.
gotta
We don't
get
want.
some video games to me.
We don't want to plug.
Man,
plug
dude,
our,
That's fun. So much.
we don't want to
fun.
plug our
Some
clan
bad shit.
tag.
Yeah.
But I think what's being said is just like that bond, right? That
Yeah.
band bond
Yeah,
where
man.
you get real close and you can get, you know, like the battery can die and you guys can hump each other's heads or whatever. you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're
You know what I'm saying? It's awesome, man. Like that. When you're comfortable with someone,
Yeah,
you can
man.
really
What you want.
expand on
You can
music.
start humping each other's heads when you're really comfortable.
Was the last song "Keep Me Close" we were talking about?
Tune in to All That Is Unholy.
Mesa
Yeah,
doobies.
Podcouch.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are awesome, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's-
Oh,
it
thanks,
sounds great. When you see bands like really come together and watching the podcast after the show,
Yeah, man.
to see their relationship within
Yeah.
one another.
Yeah, it's been really
sweet.
cool, man.
Yeah,
you guys
it's
are doing an
awesome.
job.
Yeah, well, I wasn't sure,
Totally
like,
good, yeah.
you know, how that ends up working out, you know? If
Yeah.
people like seeing the set and then watching the band sit down and shoot the shit with us. or
Yeah,
not.
we've been watching
It's
it.
funny
Yeah,
to
it's
see
been good, man.
how close
Awesome.
every band gets with one another. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
every band, it's just like it's like their family.
Yeah.
You know?
It really is,
Yeah,
man.
it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I turn the tables here for a sec?
Go.
For sure.
You can turn the turntables.
I want to ask you guys a little question.
man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering and curious.
Welcome to our podcast.
Whiskey.
In between.
With Gary Reno,
This is
The Vibrant is welcoming.
This is the vibrant. Yeah.
Shane down here. Thank you very much.
we'll get a green screen with it.
So I'm more,
for
I'm
having
just
us.
curious to know, like the idea, like, were you guys like just together one night and just like being like, dude, we should totally like just like start a Podcouch
Yeah,
and like
man.
do this stuff and like obviously,
I
and
think-
even your idea to get all of this, Shane, and
Yeah,
like
man, this is
your
crazy. This is
motivation
awesome
for
here.
it, and like.
Oh, the studio?
Yeah, and everything, and like, man,
This was
just
just-
your drive, like, man, from
Yeah.
when I knew you in high school to now, like, you've grown a shit ton.
I was probably
It's
just like in high school, like,
Yeah.
With
Well,
no
it's
beer.
inspiring.
With no
really
beer.
It's very inspiring, man.
Yeah.
Dude, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty incredible. And to
but
have-
in my head, as I was, you know, in high school, doing this,
In detention.
I was like thinking about a studio like this. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm gonna get that.
But
Nice, man.
yeah, I kind of knew. Okay, like, fuck, probably 12 years ago, remember when I started at CP Rail.
Yeah.
And I was like, kind of, the band was kind of like splitting up.
You were living in Toronto?
Is
or
this
you moved to
Far Right?
Toronto or something?
Yeah.
Far right.
Like the last fucking show at the Goalpost, I think I was like, man, one day I'm going to get a sweet job.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy a place out in the country and build a badass studio.
Yeah.
And then,
It happened.
2018, we started fucking drilling some holes in the ground.
Yeah, man.
Man, that's crazy.
That's so
and then,
awesome.
Like, this is
But-
the result. Like,
But then
man,
the other day,
it's awesome.
like it wasn't until, life started getting tough, and Ben was like, man, you already have like a half-ass YouTube with a couple of videos
Yeah,
up. And he's
man.
like,
The
we
work's
got this
already done.
badass studio. You were the one that was like, we should just do some YouTube, right?
Just bands and then fucking the
I
Podcouch
could probably
after.
find the fucking picture that he sent me from his phone. He's like, I'm just baked at home, and he was like in his duotang. He said, Rye Field.
nice.
I haven't heard that since freaking
Man.
grade 7.
Yeah, man.
He's got.
50 cents.
It just said.
Pack of 5.
It just said. It just said
Lots of
Rye Field
ideas.
Studios in the middle, and it had all these sticks coming off, and one of them was like, live, whatever. It didn't say live at the Whiskey Pit, but it was like
Yeah.
a live band. And then up here, it was like, sit down with them on the couch after, and like, rough ideas.
Yeah,
Interesting.
man, that's
What a
awesome,
great
dude.
idea.
So you, like,
Kudos,
brainstormed-
Ben, for
I was
Like
like,
the
and-
Tone Zone and stuff was totally like just Ola and like those kind of YouTubers, right?
Yeah.
Where they just sit down with cool gear and shit.
Cool.
Man, but that's what I like to see. Like, it's
Yeah, I
fucking
love it,
awesome.
man.
And man,
Yeah.
you should even like get like people from your bands to come out.
Yeah, man.
So,
Yeah. We can bring our gear.
Yeah, man.
speaking of that, we actually,
Silence me.
Tuesday of this week, Chris from Pines is coming out with his bow.
Oh, cool.
nice.
There we go. This is like a good
There
idea.
you go.
There you go. Then you don't
We're
have to
gonna
buy
do
your
a
own
Tone
equipment.
Zone
You
on
use
his
everybody
whole
else's.
setup.
That's awesome. It's sweet because like I've been thinking about like that. Like you hear people's tones and you're like, what are they using?
Yeah,
Like
man.
a rig
I'm
rundown,
always
right?
curious,
Yeah,
man.
rig
I'm always
rundown.
speculating
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
and it's just like, oh man, that guy's got to tell you for
We-
sure. It's
yeah.
just like,
We
oh,
didn't
it's
have
pure.
the time.
Yeah, we're like, there's got to be a
But-
strat.
Yeah, and
Gibson.
it's like
A tone
he's
zone.
just got a pedal board or whatever going on that changes
Yeah.
the tone entirely.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
We didn't have the time that night to go through like a whole fucking Tone Zone with him, right? But
Yeah.
I was like, man, we're gonna have you back out.
I would love to
And
see
then-
that, man.
Yeah,
I was kind of
That's
messaging him, and he was telling me like, "Oh, that our set looked fucking great, sounded great, thanks
Yeah.
guys." And I was like, "Yeah, we got to have you back out." And he's like, "For sure, let me know."
Hell yeah.
And then I was like, "Okay, that's on me now, right?"
Now I actually
Is it? It's
no,
Chris
no,
from the
you
Pines.
let me know.
Deflect it back.
Chris from the Pines. I appreciate you, man. Like the love for Southwestern Ontario music,
man.
the push for that.
You seen that in him, right? He's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, oh yeah, like
Man,
we need
that's
more
awesome.
of this.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
100% agree
this
with
area
you. I'd love to
generates
hear your tone
amazing
zone.
music.
Come back to
It's
Rye
like, it's
Field
awesome.
and do
Yeah.
a tone
Yes.
zone.
yes,
Oh.
he is.
Some of my favorite musicians are from Southwestern Ontario.
I think
Lights
that's a
on
great
Fire,
idea.
like,
I think
Yeah,
it's
dude, for
awesome.
sure.
Lexus. Yeah,
Yeah,
fair
man.
enough. Protest the Hero.
Protest the Hero.
I was just listening to what's that one? Old Crows. No, what's that?
Old Crows, Young
or
Cardinals.
Cardinals?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was just spinning that the other day.
Wait a second. Do we cover that?
Just like that.
I can
Fucking nailed it.
Yeah. No, that's good.
What,
I mean, we did just touch on gear a bit. Do you guys want to do some gear talk on what you guys run?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think-
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
I
Yeah.
think Ian
There you
could
go.
probably start
Yeah.
on this. He's
we
got a lot of.
just led into a different
No
segment.
problem. Deflection.
I got the deluxe reverb Fender.
Yeah,
amp,
man.
And
Shout out to Fender.
yeah, I got a variety of pedals.
Not sponsored.
Yeah,
but-
sponsor us.
Yeah, not sponsored.
Sorry.
I focus a lot with our band with like time-based pedals like delay and reverb.
Yeah.
I find
Right.
it very ambient and awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want like minimal crunch, and that's why I have Animals pedals, or formerly known as 9-volt. It's just like a light distortion. I keep that on almost all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
But then if I want to get crunchy, I Fender Full Moon. But yeah, I'm always in the market for new pedals. It's
Yeah,
kind
man.
of an addiction.
Yeah.
I'm up at night looking at pedals. And even Amanda's just like, you're looking at pedals again.
Seriously?
Seriously, I'm like laying on the couch and I'm scrolling. She's like, you're looking at pedals.
And I thought he was done.
Not
I thought he had
not
to
porn or anything.
Because he's gone
I'm just in the bathroom.
Yeah, still.
But no,
Born this time, I swear.
I have like light distortion, a little bit of overdrive, and just like the funky stuff. Like I like the
Yeah.
Qtron
Yeah.
for some like it. I draw a lot of inspiration from pedals. If I have a
Right.
crazy noise, and it's like, oh
Sweet.
man, what can I do with this? And
Yeah, sweet.
I'm sure that everyone that has pedals has that same mindset.
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, this
It does
shit.
so
What
much,
the?
yeah.
I play some things sometimes, and Reno's just like, what the fuck is going on there, man?
Well, that's pretty much a daily occurrence.
Yeah, and like, but like, it's just
the
like,
hell?
okay, it's like, keep that going. So yeah, man, my pedal board is vast and ever changing.
Yeah,
so.
man. Sweet.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my rig, honestly, is stuff that Ian loaned to me at this point.
Stuff that didn't make the board.
He goes
I
through
gotta need this
so
anyway.
many
It was my
pedals.
trial.
Literally, the only thing that is mine is the guitar and my batch cables. Even the piece of wood that the pedals are attached to is from behind his shed. So, like,
Hey man,
I'm telling you, but so gracious, and yeah, dude, like,
It's about the sound, man.
I'm just
That's
not
right.
in a financial position. Like, it's fucking expensive, man.
Man, pedals are
yeah,
pricey,
yeah.
man, and
Feisty.
like it's all about the sound, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, I think with Reno, with your Strat, he's got the humbucker pickup in it.
Which
It's
is
just
so uncommon in a Stratocaster.
yeah,
Right.
it's
You
such
don't
a
find a
solo
humbucker.
guitar. It's got
Did you
such a
put that in
tone
yourself?
into
No, it came with it, and it has
Yeah, it's that
noiseless
silver
frets
burst,
and
man.
everything.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is a nice.
I bought it.
nice
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
a Player Plus. It's a 75th anniversary Player Plus. I don't know the actual
Nice.
model, but I
Right.
guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Silver Burst.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Sharp,
That's
like-
awesome.
It's sharp, man.
Sharp.
It has
Nutser.
it has a
Yeah.
warm kind of Strat sound.
Yeah.
Like it's just like slightly warmer
You
than your
know,
average kind of
right.
The
Strat
tone knobs
pickups,
now, like, so I played on the Squire for years that Kyle gifted me for one of my birthdays. It's like an $80 Squire.
Yeah.
And
Still.
dude, it got me to where I am now.
Yo, when we first jammed together, he shows up with this thing, and I'm like, "Who's got the Guitar Hero guitar?"
And literally, it had Guitar Hero
Hero stickers on it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
During
it
the
literally
solos,
does.
just
Star Power.
we all know though, like that first like rig or axe or drums you started on was just like, and you upgrade. And the Strat you got now, man, it looks like a Strat. It sounds
Yeah,
like a
man.
Strat.
Well,
Must
it
be
is
a
a Strat. Yeah, it is.
be a
It's a Fender Strat. And
Yeah.
fucking Ian was just like, just buy it, man.
I drove him to the music store.
I'm like, I don't know, man. It's
I'm
like,
just like,
super expensive. I don't
you
know if
have
I can
to
buy
buy
it.
Yeah.
We're not leaving here
oh,
until you
shit.
fucking buy it.
Yeah. He's like,
You need this
well,
thing.
I think it was just like, just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
He was playing something a little bit lesser, and I'm like, nah, man, you like the other one better.
Fuck,
And he starts playing
alright.
the Strat. Just fucking do it.
Buy it.
Yeah. and
So Kyle, you started off on a fucking keyboard,
the
amp,
keyboard
so-
amp.
Yeah.
keyboard amp.
So with me, I was inspired by all of y'all.
All y'all.
Honestly,
All
with
y'all.
Shane and Ben, I remember you guys in high school, just shredding.
Dude, we played
Eric,
on your fucking
try.
back porch.
Yeah, so we had a.
Kyle's a 420 baby. By the way.
420.
So I was born on April 20th,
Yeah,
and we had a
yeah.
party, and we had
Yeah.
Shane's band out.
It was.
I
Eric
wasn't
DeMonk,
in it,
another
yeah.
friend of ours that was very inspiring for me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
But
definitely,
yeah,
definitely.
I started
Yeah, he's
off
awesome,
acoustic
man.
guitar
Yeah.
when I was about 18 or so, and then Ian moved out to Edmonton, and I was walking through an antique shop, and I found a Court bass
Right. Yep.
for like dirt cheap.
Yeah, man.
It was just effed. So I took it home. I gave it some TLC.
You can swear
man.
on the podcast.
Yeah, it was just fucked. I took it home. I gave it some TLC, and of course, playing a bass was the first bass song you learn, and something from Red Hot Chili Peppers. And
Absolutely.
immediately I
gonna
was
say
like,
Flea.
"Whoa, bass actually." You need some talent.
Yeah,
to
it's
play.
cool.
You're not just playing root notes.
Yeah,
No,
you're not
you're
behind
not.
the guitar,
So,
man. You can do a lot
From
of
there,
cool
I
stuff.
think Reno and I had some guys where we were trying to do a band. And I think we did some Chris Cornell stuff, and I
Yeah.
immediately started playing
Audio
some,
Slave, yeah.
yeah, playing
Sick.
some bass lines, and they were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And from there it progressed. I remember Eric as well when I came and played for you guys. He was like, "You're a bass player," and I
Yeah,
just
man.
from guitar to bass, it was to me. I was just like, "This is it. This is the calling. I need to play this
Yeah.
instrument." And then from there, I seeked lessons, and Carl, the drummer,
Yep.
Yeah.
he said like, "You're never too old to take lessons.
Right.
Yeah,
you
man.
can take lessons." I learned a ton of theory. It helped me out
Yeah, man.
incredibly.
Yeah.
I jumped
He inspired me to
immediately.
learn theory.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I jumped immediately from not knowing really much but power chords to
Right.
knowing some theory. And as a bass player, I think that's very important.
You can. You
I think just as a
Man.
musician in general.
Yeah, you-
I don't know
dude,
squat about
like I
it.
said, some of those when I'm sitting back here watching you guys play, and some of them,
Yeah.
like the room just fills up, and
Yeah.
that tickle right behind my beard there.
That's the good stuff right there.
I appreciate it. And yeah, from there it went from like, and then interested in producing.
Dude, I love bass, man.
Yeah,
I love
it's
bass.
great.
Yeah.
I've fallen in love with bass because of Kyle.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
because of Kyle. He'll play
those
shit.
shit.
I'm just like, dude, I didn't even know this.
so-
It's
Yeah.
kind of crazy
So
because,
good.
like Shane, you could probably relate. It's different from playing when you play something through an amp or live on drum kit to when you have mics on it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's totally different. Your technique changes. So I went from being kind of interested in producing to listening to myself as a bass player,
Yeah.
and then changing my technique.
That's true too. Kyle's, you got like a little badass studio
Yeah,
going
man.
on too.
He does, man.
Yeah, I got a little jam space that I've thrown a little bit of money at
Yeah.
just so that we could listen to ourselves.
And
Man,
That's
just
important.
record ourselves live, go back.
Yeah.
Like,
Push that button.
I can't believe how much that's helped us. It's just like
Exactly,
playing
dude.
live
Yeah.
performances. Like
If-
we record a set and it's like boom.
You
Yeah.
just listen back to it.
You
be
know
like,
what
yeah,
not
you know.
to do. It's like more of that, less of this. So
We also have-
I recommend for any musician to record yourself the best way you can and then play it back.
Guys, we also have 3 jam spaces.
Yeah.
So we have the main jam space at Kyle's, which is like the best sounding.
Yes.
Then we have Ian's jam
Yours sounds
space
pretty
in
good
his
too,
garage,
though. Just a
and
little
my
bit
jam
smaller.
space in my basement.
So, it's nice to
It's like,
interchange.
hey,
and
where are
go
we jamming
around.
today?
Yeah.
Like,
So it's
And
It's kind of a
now,
luxury in
yeah,
that sense.
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
You're lucky to have
Just
one.
tell
jam
me how
space as
each
a normal
space
day.
sounds.
Oh,
when you're jamming.
okay. Let me start here. Okay, so Kyle's is the best sounding and the most professional.
Hell yeah, Kyle.
Okay.
Pass it on, man.
yeah,
Should have fucking.
All right, and then I find Ian's is
It's
the
a little
garage jam.
It's a mix of everything.
but
It's,
still
it's
nice.
a good
It has,
good
like, a pretty
PA
warm
and
sound
whatnot.
in there,
You know, I don't mind jamming there.
Oh yeah.
The drums are really sweet. Then there's my place, which is the basement jam, which is
Carpet floors or
it's hardwood
no.
floors.
So you know,
Finished basement.
and,
Basement.
and everyone knows a basement sound, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a big pole in the middle that's cement. So
I
that
lean
never.
on that pole when I'm playing. Just like
Yeah.
So my
Usually
place
we only
is
play
probably
down
not
there
the
when we're
best
totally
jam
wasted.
space, but
out of the hot tub, right?
but we that's where we started. We jammed there
That's
for like
true,
a
man.
year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of good music came out of there.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I don't know, I was inspired by some iconic bass players, which transitioned me from guitar to bass. Mike was originally a guitar player, so I'm not sure his journey to drums, but
My journey to drums was basically there's way too many guitar players, not enough drummers.
Yeah.
As always,
No doubt. Yeah. Yeah.
as
So-
always, another reason why I went to bass.
Yeah, man.
There's way too many guitar players.
I feel that.
What are you guys doing with that?
You'll be
We're getting stoned, man.
Oh, that's
Thank you.
awesome.
Is that it? You're just like, yep.
Thank you for the weed, Lawrence.
So Mike,
But
how
for
long
me-
did you play guitar before you transitioned
Shit,
to
I
Mike?
started playing
Like,
guitar.
I play guitar.
Well, my
Right.
whole family is like I remember going to church when I was a kid, and my grandma would be on piano,
Yeah.
my dad would be on bass, my grandpa was on guitar. And
Crazy
so-
So
picture,
you
man.
come from music.
As soon as I turned like
A
12,
family.
13, it just came to me.
Yeah.
But then I moved to St. Thomas from Bothwell, which is near Chatham,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
and
Really?
I had no friends. I sat in my room and played Avenged Sevenfold for like
Sick band.
Yeah,
4
man.
months.
Yeah, man.
Then I start school and meet new friends, and I was like the best guitar player that they had ever heard.
Hold up for 1 second. Is Avenged Sevenfold? Is that a local band?
Avenged Sevenfold?
Yeah.
No.
No,
No,
it's
they're
in-
from the States.
It's from the States.
Where are they
I think
from?
they're from
I
like
don't know.
Texas.
They're from California.
Yeah, I was
they?
gonna say.
I'm thinking of
Are they? Yeah.
I'm thinking of Baptized in Blood. That's who.
Yeah.
Baptized
Oh,
in
that's a
Blood
London
is
band.
local.
Yeah.
That's a
And-
local
And
band.
I don't think they're playing anymore.
No, they're not.
We-
They are. I
Are-
actually, Yeah, I have a connection to them.
Come
I'm
on.
gonna work on it.
Isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Okay, so
Have them here.
Yeah.
I opened for them Dang Rattlers and Monster Truck
Yeah, they're
at Western University.
Oh, didn't you know someone who opened for the Trews too?
No,
I opened for the
Oh,
Trews.
you did.
Yeah.
You opened for the Trews?
Yeah, and Norma Jean's like.
I know
10
someone
years
who
ago.
opened for the Trews.
So, like we said earlier, Mike's well seasoned in drums. So
Yeah, man.
from guitar to drums, you were inspired because no one played drums.
Well, no, I played guitar in a bunch of bands and like
It's true though.
got to open up for a lot of bands that I was a fan of, but then we trying to start bands. There was no drummers around, so I was just
Yeah.
like, fuck it, I'll do it.
I think I explained in my one Podcouch that I started playing guitar at the same time as Eric, and then he came over like 2 months later and started playing some riffs, and I'm like, yep.
Yeah, right.
Set it down, I'm like, I should buy some drums.
No shit.
Yeah.
So, Shane, I gotta ask you, like, what was your first drum kit? Because I don't think anyone knows this. What was your first drum kit? What was your first song you learned on drums? Oh, Podcouch is turning
So-
around.
Yeah, man.
My first drum kit was like just pawn shop shit. I think the actual brand name was Maynard.
Right.
Never heard of it.
No, you probably not. No, it was just garbage.
Right.
But I stuck a big old middle finger fucking sticker on the front of it. And a pot
Perfect.
leaf.
Made it
And
sound
another
way
sticker.
better.
Another
The tone just.
Another sticker that said "fuck you, you fucking fuck."
And that kick was powerful.
Yeah. It sounded
And then
way
all of a
better.
sudden it was just like, yeah, that drum kit's cool.
I like that sticker though. Fuck you, you fucking fuck.
And I didn't know how to tune it or I didn't know how to play it. And
What was the first song that you challenged?
that I sat down and I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn this song from fucking start to back before I even knew how to play anything. Was Toxicity.
Nice.
Cool.
Dude, I saw you play that at Beecroft, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
this guy's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
In high school.
Like I still play it and I'm like, I suck.
Oh, man. No.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, that's a
You're
big
good, man,
first
yeah.
song.
When it
that
comes to
Man, it
first
was.
songs, learning on drums.
We should learn that song.
That'd be a good one.
I'm not even kidding. And
When-
then we could like do a freaking vibrant mash. How do you
Two
own the
drum
world?
kits.
How do you own disorder?
I got three right here.
totally.
When it comes to learning your first song on drums, it's like mine was Brain Stew,
right.
like
Oh.
Green Day.
Yep.
Okay.
And the guy who got me into music, his name's Tom Harvey. He got me my first guitar and whatnot. He said one bass, one snare, one bass, one
Right.
snare, one bass, one, and like
I can work on that.
that's what he got me going on, like a
Yeah.
drum beat. And
Yeah.
from then,
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
Brain
Yeah.
Stew was your first?
yep.
Brain Stew was the
Brain
first
Stew was the
song that I
first
ever
song.
learned how to play guitar and sing to.
Oh, yeah.
I'm having trouble
destined.
trying to
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah. Look at that.
Look at that connection.
That was the first
Right.
thing.
All right, here's
It's all
another
coming
connection.
together.
My first
Derek,
drum
well,
song
yeah.
was Jet. Are you gonna be my girl?
Oh, yeah.
Sick.
Nice.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Why aren't we covering this song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not yet.
That was my first drum song.
Lots
yeah,
of ghost
first guitar
notes and
singing
shit.
song was Brain Stew.
Yeah.
Bass? I don't know. Kyle, you're the bassist.
What was the first bass song I learned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Can't Stop by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Nice.
And I'm Going Hungry by
Bam.
Temple of the Dog.
Temple. of the
Nice, that's a good one.
Hunger Strike.
Hunger Strike.
Yeah.
Hunger Strike. Yeah. I remember we played that
Sick.
song.
Yeah, I remember that bass line was like one of the first bass lines I played in front of Reno, and the song the bass comes in like halfway through,
Right.
and as soon as I started, the band stopped because they're like, the bass comes in and it's like. Everyone's just like, whoa, so much body.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And we just stopped because it was just like, whoa,
Yeah.
a bass is here. And then we played the song.
Oh hey.
Yeah, hey.
Exactly,
Yeah, and
exactly.
it really inspired me that.
Sorry to cut you off.
No,
but,
wait.
Hey, we've been just having so much fun with
Yeah,
it.
man.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
Seriously,
Great
yeah,
episode,
man.
boys.
It's
We could
kinda
go
fun.
on and on
Yeah,
and on.
man.
I think
We'll
we
come,
What do you
we'll
got,
come
Shane?
back. We'll come back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Very quick, guys. Tell us what the Vibrant has coming up. Any
Yeah.
shows, EPs, type shit.
We're really looking forward, actually. We got some things in the works for around this area
Yeah.
in August.
Nice. Nice.
Check out Rye Field.
Kind of just popped up.
We got new music on the way. We got like a whole new style, a whole new album. We got old stuff we're gonna finally get recorded. And man, we have a lot of stuff coming. A lot of stuff.
Yeah,
it's been in the making, so we're pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, definitely.
And where can people follow you on Facebook and Instagram?
You can follow us on Instagram at the Vibrant.
The Vibrant Official.
Vibrant Official, yeah.
The Vibrant Official, and we're on Facebook too, but not too much.
Our social media presence kind of blows, but
Yeah.
we're hoping to change that right now.
Yeah, we're gonna come back.
Hey guys, you'll be tagged.
Right now.
You'll be tagged in the Live at the Whiskey Pit and the Podcouch, so everybody will have your social medias right there.
Cool.
Yeah,
Right on.
we plan to come back to record here at least 3 EPs. Maybe we'll come back for another Live at the Whiskey Pit.
Stuff
Some
on
more.
Spotify, I would say by August.
Yeah,
For sure.
Sweet man.
We got a whole nother rock vibe that we'll bring at you, so maybe we'll come back for that. We'll do 3 EPs at a time. It just keeps coming with the Vibrant. So we got some on the burners, we got some new songs, we got some old songs, we got some OGs, and they're all gonna come at you.
Hell yeah,
Nice.
Really excited.
Thanks for
that.
having
Right
us,
on.
guys.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us.
coming on, guys. The
Thank you
Vibrant,
very
everybody.
much.
What a hell of a show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Tune up and tune in. Next episode. Not sure what it is, but it's fucking coming.
That's right.